Hi everyone, and welcome back to the day following the last video.
Good boy, eat your food. He was warm enough, but he's shivering now. Oh, it's okay, you eat your food. Okay. Good boy.
I have the better part of this day to work on the rafters, and for the sake of time and trying to be as efficient as possible working by myself, I stuck to what I was doing for marking the birds' mouths because it was a technique that should have worked, does work, and my brain understands it. It's kind of cool, so it's a 12-12 pitch. Because I learned that. I didn't even know how to use this thing, but there's my line, and then flip it around, and here is this line. So that's kind of cool. Due to all the variances in the rough sawn lumber, and the fact that my structure probably isn't perfectly square, with the exception of a couple of rafters, I chose to position and mark out each of the rafters rather than go from a template. I know this was a lot more physical work, but I also couldn't afford to make any significant errors. I developed a system. I ended up clamping the rafter to my ladder to hold it for marking, and that worked well. I also took a scrap piece of 3/4 inch thick cedar, clamped it to the side wall of the beam so that I was cutting the bird's mouths to accommodate for the wall boards to be installed in the future. One of the biggest challenges to working very remotely, working alone, feeling pressured by time, winter is on the way, being off-grid in this location, and not having any formal training in any of this, is that I have to make decisions on my own, and I have to make them quickly without thinking too hard. And in this process, I often miss little steps that would make my life so much easier, and I often miss little mistakes that I'm making and not noticing until it's too late. I end up doing circles when I don't really need to. I just realized I did that whole thing without putting the 3/4 inch board along the sidewall. And I'm sure this can be very frustrating, not only for me, but for the pros out there who are watching. So I don't know, I guess all I can say is that we'll get there one way or another. I wish I had a 3/4 inch board for each side. I only have one, and it's not quite long enough, which is this piece of cedar. And of course I cut it. Then I could just tack it, and it's gonna stay there, and I don't have to kind of take that one little block piece each way. I have one board of this that I can use. It's a little bit shy of 3/4 of an inch. So it would definitely be like this whole side of rafters I have accommodated for a solid 3/4 of an inch. But the other side, I guess I could just fudge it. So what I might do is put this board up. So I gotta work with what I got, I guess. I was thinking I could even cut this in half and put one up on each side. I could do that and just accept it. Accept the little bit of extra then on that side. This knife is broken too. The handle's broken on it. Please fit. Yeah, I'm still getting that goddamn overcut. Man, why is it doing that? Why am I doing that? Why is it happening? All right, let's talk about some of the things that I've learned today. I've learned to care less. I learned to care less about the way I look, about the way I smell, and about how my birds' mouths are. Because it's all just going to come together anyway. However, I still keep getting that difference consistently, almost consistently, every single time I get that overcut. So rather than cut to that outside line, I'm going to cut to inside so that that doesn't happen. I don't care. It's the last one. No, it's not. I don't know who's doing what around here, but it's nice to just get one right. And then I gotta decide how I'm gonna do the cedar ones. I'm not taking them up there and marking them, so I'm gonna have to just use one of these ones as a template and hope it works out. And I'm probably gonna have to use my chainsaw. So I feel bad for Lenny. I mean, he's fine, he's sleeping in there, but all right. Much longer. Oh. It fits, I think. Let me go check the top. Why didn't I think to just do that? I don't know why that is. Well, it's not totally, it's perfect down there. It's whatever. It is what it is. It's a little bit better. Oh, I'll take it. I don't know. I don't know anymore. Oh, this is go down. So on this day I got all of the inside rafters done. Well, I got the birds' mouths cut. This was a challenging day for me, to be honest. Yeah, I just spent finishing my day off clamping the rafters at the peak there just to hold them in place so that the wind doesn't blow them down, and wanting to get out there for one more day to finish off these rafters. Got here and I pulled down one of the rafters from the inside to use as a template for these big cedar beams, because I'm not going to try not to take them up there twice. And I cut them at 8 feet long, thinking surely that was more than enough length, but it's not. This cedar is not long enough. So I either kill myself, make more, or make these work. And I pretty much have to make these work. So I either make false rafter tails afterwards, or I have these gable end rafters have no overhang, or I accommodate the rest of the rafters to match what I've got on here. I'll have to figure that out. I gotta move forward, so I'll have to take it as it is. This is where organization would be, where I should have been more organized, but it is what it is. So I will just do what I can do. And I think one of the things I'm trying to do is to keep the top of the rafters the the same so that the height of the rafter is the same. Really hope I don't screw these things up any more than I've already screwed them up by not cutting them long enough. I realized I cut the other rafters 8.5 feet. And these cedar, I only cut it 8 feet because I didn't measure. I honestly assumed that 8 was more than enough. But I'm going to start them with the saw, with the circular saw, just to get some straight cuts, and then I'll go to the chainsaw. This was from hitting with the hammer. My chain is dull, so I should sharpen it, but it's not bad. I made another mark like 1/4 of an inch in, so from the other one, I can always cut more if I need to. So that extra little bit I left can go. Shouldn't have done that. Take 2. Gonna have to do. my weaker arm. Left arm is not as strong. Yay! Oh, okay. Unless I stay, move this over, put it on the other side of me, hoist it up. Oh yeah. Just about. Totally safe. Totally safe. There. This one fits well. Just have to go like that. Yeah. Oh well. I'll make it work. Yes! Wow. I think at this point I need to decide how I'm going to cut the tails, and I've been thinking about how I'm going to do it since I've been here working on this, and I think that the way that the beam rafter, like the gable end rafters, are situated, I think I'm honestly going to match the rest of them to those and be done with it. So it's not going to be perfect. They're not all the same exactly. The four beam rafters, the four gable end rafters aren't. I didn't cut them. I just cut them with a chainsaw at home. So they're like approximately 8 feet long, and they're not perfectly square cut, but I think that they will do. So I have to kind of make a decision, and that seems to be the thing that makes the most sense to me. So I am going to go and do all that. I think I'm going to end up doing it with a chalk line. 4 o'clock. I have very little battery juice left, so trying to think of what I can do. I haven't yet secured with nails, like big spikes, the ridge beam into the king post, front and back. So I'm going to try and do that now. Don't throw your hammer. Okay, everyone, I guess that's it. I'm done here for the day. I just went around and tacked screws in on all of the rafters. At the top, at the ridge, the peak there, I just kind of tacked a screw in to hold them at the top, and then tacked a screw in on the beams down below just to keep them from blowing away. Yeah, next would be blocking, get the back done, get those other 2 rafters on, and then roof boards. So yeah, I feel like I'm over the rafter hurdle. It's a good feeling. It's far from perfect. This whole thing is far from perfect, but it is what it is. So thank you all for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.
So I was out for a walk this morning, just taking Lenny. This is on the trail on the way up. There's this kind of this rock fall area. So I was going around this morning being like, man, wouldn't it be so cool if I found another wheelbarrow wheel? And then I found one. This is what I found. It's bent and broken. Okay, so not as good a shape as the other one I found, but still so cool. Maybe the other one will be for the inside. This could be an outside light. All the treasures. I love finding treasures. What do you think, Lenny? What do you think, Len? Len is such a good boy. He's such a good boy, Lenny. So patient. So patient, aren't you? Just sleeping while Mama works. Sleeping while Mama works. Hey?
This dog eats anything. Down. Norton is part goat. Norton's dad definitely was a goat, because he is not all dog. He looks like a goat and he acts like a goat, don't you, Norton? We love you, buddy. So kid, are you gonna come, so kid, for the walk? Oh.
It's on the play. Play, Riley.
Get him, Riley. Get him, Riley.
Get him, Riley.
Oh, we missed it. They played. Get him, Lenny. Get him. Go, Lenny.
Brindle.
Trying to catch it. He's been instigating play with Riley.
Come on, Riley.
And they played for a little bit, but I didn't quite get it in time.
Pat, look how fast they're going.